How many times a day do you check your phone to see if you have a message, a missed call, an email, or an upcoming appointment? 5, 10, 20 times? Probably more than that if you counted. Whether such an act is necessary or just force of habit, have you considered how it affects your phone's battery life? The evolution of wearable technology has begun to reduce the reliance on checking the phone itself, but for many, a smartwatch is not the solution. The Amazon Kindle has been extremely popular for a number of reasons, but one reason is the length of time it can go between charges. What allows this? If you have seen or used one, you will know that it is the screen technology. Russian firm Yota Devices have recognized this and about 18 months ago released the Yotaphone, the world's first dual-screen smartphone with an always-on display. Using a rear-mounted electronic paper display, EPD, many of the activities you would normally complete on the front screen can be done with the EPD. They now return with the Yotaphone 2, a device more worthy of being compared to the current crop of leading smartphones. On first glance, when looking at the handset, it would be quite easy to mistake it for one of the older Nexus devices, the Google Nexus S. There is a real curvature to the device. It looks appealing and feels smooth, yet solid in the hand. I should point out that there is no notification light or physical camera shutter button. There are two displays on this device, and this is what makes the Yotaphone 2 so special. Let's start with the main display, a 5-inch Full HD display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 and a PPI of 442. I cannot really fault it. No significant reflections, crisp and clear with good viewing angles. No, it's not Quad HD, but do we really need it? Corning Gorilla Glass 3 can be found on the front and rear display, so should it come into contact with objects that could leave a mark on the screen, it will be protected. On the back is a 4.7-inch EPD with a 960 by 540 resolution and 235 PPI. If you're not familiar with EPD displays, they are designed to reflect the light rather than emit light and therefore act more like traditional paper and ink. The display essentially holds an image without using power, in turn meaning better battery life. Due to the EPD technology, you do get at times what I will refer to as ghosting, whereby the image on screen shows traces of previous images on screen, thus affecting the current view. The EPD cannot be read in low or no light as it requires the light to reflect. Therefore, late night reading will require you to be near a light source. Android is Google's operating system for mobile devices and has developed rapidly over the last few years into a very powerful platform and perhaps arguably the most versatile. Installed on the Yotaphone 2, anything from emails, phone calls, text messages and street-level navigation is supported, meaning you can remain connected, online and functional at all times. Popular Google services such as Gmail, Google+, Hangouts, Maps, Music, YouTube and more are all available too. Personalised wallpapers, add widgets, change the screen's brightness, font size, security options, data monitor and more. It's all present. Of course, there is too the Google Play App Store for the much talked about and demanded apps to further enhance capability. Yota have left the device with virtually stock Android, meaning there's little in the way of value-added extras. Yota Cover is a layer of privacy over your personal space. Almost like a lock screen, there is a default notification screen which allows you to get quick access to a dialer, call log, SMS, email and reminders. Or alternatively, you can choose cover images from Facebook, Instagram, your photos or Yotacast. Yota Panel is a set of screens which displays the information you are interested in. You can have up to 4 of these, choose from pre-configured options such as those that show a calendar or those that show speed dials and battery power to an array of grids which you can then personalize. Yota Apps is a number of apps that are engineered to be used on the rear display only. The Yotaphone 2 is packed with connectivity features, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi including 5 GHz, GPS, GLONASS, NFC, micro USB, 3.5mm headphone jack, 3 and 4G. Wireless charging is also present. The Yotaphone does too have USB host functionality. Another great feature is the fact that it supports SlimPort. Output your phone's display to a larger HD display with a special adapter, ideal for presentations or sharing photos and video. I have been very surprised by the quality of the audio on the Yotaphone. It is just such a shame that the stereo speakers are on the bottom edge of the handset. Whilst not particularly loud, the sound is really clear and actually quite pleasurable to listen to.